Hello everybody, and welcome again to the 31 Day in the Moment Cleanse. This is day 10, and I get to share with you another snack that I found that's a sugar-free, healthy snack. And I wanted to let you guys know the reason why my video yesterday was so short was because I was babysitting my niece and nephew. My nephew is 2, so I didn't really want to leave him very long by himself. He was napping, but I just know, like, what can happen. Like, 1 second they're napping, and then you leave to go do something, and then, the next minute they're up on top of a shelf or something, and you're like, how did you get up there so fast? Like, so I just try to be safe with them and be, present with them as much as I can. Speaking of which, I want to talk about the power of now a little bit, and I definitely had a hard time today. Today was today was like my ending of babysitting them. I babysat them for half a day yesterday. I spent the night with them, and then I was supposed to leave like 12. I left a little bit later, but that's okay. But I was having a hard time being as present with them as I was the day before. And Eckart Tolle talks about that, and how your egoic mind knows when it's threatened, and it's threatened when you're living in like the simple just right now, because you really don't have a need for it, and it feeds off of the thoughts of the past and what that makes you, what they mean, what it makes you, and then the future and what that is going to make you. And so it feeds off of that, and when you're not feeding it, it doesn't want to go out without a fight, so it can kind of start tricking you into ways of thinking of the future and past, or just judgments, tricking you into judging the moment. And, so can get kind of tricky, but I got through it, and I still had a good time with them, still did my best, and just kept acknowledging, my thoughts, and then coming back. It just seemed like it was a lot today than it was yesterday and the days before. I also have had really strong sugar cravings, like going through withdrawal feelings, kind of like, oh my gosh, I just want like one noodle, like, or something. On Friday, and then yesterday I had the sugar cravings. Today hasn't been so bad, but Friday, one of my parents, so sweet, she brought us donuts. And I saw that pink box, and my mind knows, from like childhood, like the pink box, like, ooh, yum, there's something good in there. Like, I accepted them, and I thanked her for being so sweet. I didn't explain the whole sugar detox. I didn't want her to feel like she had wasted her time, and, I shared it with the other teachers in the classroom. That's who they were for, and then, with the other teachers in our center, around our classroom. So I just, throughout the day, the box was in our room, and I kept wanting to, like, peek in there. I had this urge to, like, peek in there and just look at the donuts. But I stayed strong, and I didn't. I just acknowledged that thought, and I was like, okay, you're just having a craving, and if you look in there, you're just going to be torturing yourself. Or, worse, you could grab one and eat it, and then you'd have to start all over again. Like, that's what I keep telling myself. Like, you've got to recommit if you do this again, and that means the limeade cleanse and everything. Like, I'm not gonna give up without a fight myself. So I'm not gonna let myself get away so easy either. So yeah. And then yesterday, my sister had some like cookies in the house for the kids, and and she had some donuts for them for, like, the breakfast, and so I was having kind of a hard time. I was like, oh, look at those, look so good, but I was just trying to, like, acknowledge myself, and then acknowledge it, and then distract myself, kind of, like, you know, okay, let's just be with the kids. What are we doing? You know, we want to play Scrabble, we want to play Monopoly, what do we want to do? Like, yeah, but I got through it. One of the other things that Eckart says, you can tell if you're resisting the now is if you're bored, if you have that bored feeling. And I just thought that was like, it kind of spoke to me, because I was like, oh, that, because a lot of times I think of it as being like if I'm thinking of something negatively or judging it negatively. But that bored feeling is just like, oh, that's like the same thing. I didn't really realize until I heard it today, and it just like clicked. I'm like, oh yeah. So I'll know then, and just practice breathing. And really, boredom, when I was thinking about it, it's really not appreciating what I have in this moment. Like, if I'm spending time with someone, anyone, if, you know, I'm not appreciating whatever it is around me, whether it's the lights, whether it's the sunshine coming through the window, whether it's sitting in a comfy chair, like whatever, you can always appreciate something in each moment. And when you're bored, it's like you're not appreciating anything in that moment, like not a dang thing. Like, so just doing the breathing and feeling it, and feeling any kind of sensations in my body, like feeling my feet on the floor, helps me get back into the now. And that's definitely what it feels like. It feels like an appreciation, a gratitude for whatever moment I'm going through. And it can be tough to be grateful for a moment that my mind labels and judges as negative. But when I do, it's like, you know, miracles happen. I'm able to go about things in a different way in those negative moments. So yeah, that's just my little piece on the power of now. I'm feeling very grateful for it, and very grateful for Eckart Tolle for sharing, and the publishers who shared it, and everybody who is part of it, and everybody who listens to it. Like, there's people out there listening to it right now, and that's just like so comforting to me. It's like amazing. So I wanted to show you my snack that I found. It's a pre-packaged thing, and it's called Kale Crunch, and it's from Alive and Radiant. And I looked on the package. I assumed because, oh no, there it is. Okay, I assumed because of the Alive that it was raw, and then I couldn't find it anywhere on the package, but now I did. Right here, raw! Yay! That means all my nutrients are still in there. I'm so happy. I was kind of like bummed out at first. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I won't be buying this one again, but if it's raw, I'm going to be buying it again. It's very simple ingredients. It's got organic kale, organic pumpkin seeds, organic lemon juice, organic chia seeds, organic extra virgin olive oil, and Himalayan crystal salt. And it's really important not to just get things that say just salt. You're going to want like sea salt, or the Himalayan pink salt, or Himalayan crystal salt. The salt actually has all of its nutrients in it still. And those minerals are vital to our bodies. And a lot of people are, what is that word? Deficient in certain minerals. And if they would just put, you know, use sea salt in their cooking rather than the iodized salt, it could make a big difference. The iodized salt, either with chemicals or with like radiation, the nutrients have been like stripped out of it. They put iodine in there, and you know, that's like their marketing, that's their selling point, like it's iodized. So how I get my iodine, because it is important to get it for sure, I take kelp supplements. So yeah, I just find brands of supplements that I trust, and I use those. So yeah, that was it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I hope you guys are taking really good care of yourselves. Namaste.